Gotta have some kind of
Exactly. Okay, so I've got you on video. We're going old school now. Okay. Yep. Yes. I doubt I'm going to be as good as you are, but.
Hey, at least those phones, stabilization on them is really good.
It is.
I was really surprised with the Galaxy
Exactly. The only thing I'm not sure of is the microphone on this. I don't know how well it's going to pick up, but we're going to try. Hopefully
it'll get something.
That's what I'm hoping. So when I post it that way. By the way, we do have our own website.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
And we have a forum as well. The website, that forum right now.
Yeah, and I thought,
I'm going to be honest with you. Right now, the forum reminds me of.
I remember thinking that the right guy.
It's like I made the mall, but there are no stores in there yet. So we just need to. It's just a matter of getting people signed up.
And starting.
Yes. Just so you know, Discord. I actually have Discord on there. Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So Discord is actually attached to the website, so you could actually, so people could actually talk to each other live, as well as the forum itself. And of course, these videos are going on there too. So I'm doing everything I can, and we have our own Facebook and Twitter, Twitter accounts.
So everybody can keep in touch
Past the meetup.
Very cool.
Past the meetup. The hope. I mean, Five Arts was designed for one thing, which is collaboration. That's what it was designed for.
But that was my.
And that means music, video, writing, the expert as far as collaboration. I mean, it's all necessary.
Universe. You have to have each part is very important.
Yes.
When I submitted, it was still in.
Oh, I guess.
Oh, they didn't give you any utensils?
It was all of them, and they wanted to use that character. Where the water is.
Okay.
There it is.
And, conversation.
But I think Michael's right. We're probably going to have to. I'll just focus on you as we're going around. Everyone can introduce themselves again, and then you'll have it on video, and I'll put it up on the meetup tonight. So that ran out of juice.
Ran out of juice? Where was it made?
And the Mophie that I have is also out of power. And I was just apologizing to everybody because I've been doing a lot of traveling. So
Where was I supposed to travel?
I was just in Phoenix.
No.
Yeah, I was just in Phoenix. I'm going to be going to Delano, California next week for the next 2 weeks. But I do a lot of training. I do computer training. So for me, I'm going to be actually doing an Excel VBA, and then that's next week. And then the week after, I'm going to be holding more of an advanced Excel training.
Okay.
So, but I also do a lot of training here too.
How did you get into training people?
It started. I actually started at CSF in 2003, and I was teaching Microsoft to. It was actually Sierra Health was one of my major clients, and it was everything from Word to Visio, Publisher, you name it, even Acrobat and Photoshop.
Ancient names.
Huh?
Those are some ancient names in computer lives.
Oh, the funny thing is that they're still used widely. The company I'm actually going to be doing the training for in Delano is I think they deal with produce. But when you get into VBA, the Visual Basic Applications, have you ever done any of that at all? Or
Sorry, what did you say?
have you ever done any Visual Basic Applications in Excel?
Not the, no.
Macros, creating macros, or
I do the spreadsheet. I'm pretty good at that.
for the law? I noticed for law firms, your spreadsheets can get kind of complicated sometimes.
Yeah, I don't really do it for the finance, the accounting people.
You use it just as a way of controlling information.
Yeah, like keeping track of like, well, there's several of them. One of them is like for how many settlements I like negotiated. Another one's for just accounts receivable and judgments. Another one's for just clients paying. You know.
I use those for like keeping track of news media contacts I have for my clients, you know, so they're all, I can go and find them real quickly, or for Facebook groups. Right now I belong to something around 112 Facebook groups, and with that, for my clients, I can reach 850,000 people who want to know more about what they're writing, okay? Which is like creating a virtual platform just like that. That's cool. I've tried to tell a lot of people about it, nobody seems to get it, but it's okay because it works for me and my clients.
Yeah, I'm not really that good at social media. I'm the younger generation, but I haven't really taken. I don't
If
get
you
it.
want to learn the basics, to take you all the half hours. Really. It's not hard.
Well, I just hard. I'm not engaged in social media. Like I've always had the.
Sometimes when my food's gonna get cold again. As if something tells me I'm gonna let my food get cold again.
I'm a photographer, videographer, so like you basically put your portfolio up on like stuff like Instagram and whatever. So like you have to like
Yes.
you gotta like keep up on like posting, and because everybody's just scrolling along and like taking in and creating
I
stuff.
gotta take like really good pictures to get someone to stop. That's what I heard.
Yeah, you gotta really capture it.
So
They've been starting all kinds of media.
I was talking to someone who takes pictures out in Lake Mead. He's got some cool pictures he takes like with like lightning. He got one where like a lightning like struck the ground.
Oh, that's rad.
That's
oh,
probably
there you are.
Yeah.
Right here, right here.
That's like that's like my like oh that's cool. Whoa, keep it
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have a really intriguing, but you work in some really like
Not yet.
yeah.
All right. Would you please email me? And then like I have just like just trying to create
Sure.
the meeting here.
Sure.
It's been, you know, I'm at the beginning stage because I actually just graduated college. I'm based in New York mainly right now, so I'm sort of like in the freelance like realm where I'm just visiting like yep, been hanging out for 3 weeks. Did a road trip out to California with my friend and sort of just enjoying the time while I have it before I get into the workplace stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
It died.
but I've been working on connecting with.
It died.
Since I'm working I've been trying to get on more video sets and PA. And
So now we're gonna need, yeah, and everyone is given their permission to take photographs.
soon, so it'll be
Everyone gave their permission.
it'll be good.
Everyone gave their permission to take photographs. So
You know,
I asked everyone.
I
Are you
started
taking video or still?
Video?
for whatever.
Sound
I
good?
don't know, when I was
Yeah.
younger, really wanted to. Oh, this
That was, yeah.
yeah.
Although your voice right now, my
I did a
voice
lot
is
of
shot
photography.
from work today. Do you mind?
Right.
Do you mind taking control and letting everybody know? I was thinking we could start with the ladies first.
Well, it started in high school, then she got really into it. Well, the reason why I had gotten into it was because for my fine art class, I was taking like one of those AP drawing, whatever art classes. So I was like, oh, I know I want to go to art school, whatever. But I was taking all these pictures for reference for my classes and stuff, and then I realized I liked taking pictures more than doing the actual drawings. And she's, you know, an artist. Yeah, so I was like, okay, so I really like to capture, I'm more like into like portraiture, fashion, like really surreal based stuff. So I like to capture everyone's energy and their sort of really cool things. Yeah.
I've been asked primarily because I have a big mouth to ask everybody to one at a time go around, introduce yourself, what you do, what kind of art you're into, whether it's writing or photography or graphic representation or anything like that. Because some of us, like me, are horrible with names, others are new to the group, and we want to make sure everybody knows who else here. So if you would start, please.
Sure. My name is Deborah Irizarry. I'm originally from Puerto Rico and relocated here. I lived in New York for many years. That's where I went to school. But I was a fine artist for 25 years before I decided to become an art therapist. Simply because I have a child with autism. I know how much visuals and all that. So I worked as an art therapist in New York for a few years, and now I relocated here because I got a job at the psychiatric hospital. And I'm applying a lot of new media technology into my therapy. And I see how much they enjoy it, and I'm having a lot of fun. So, yeah.
That's fascinating. I worked with psych hospitals for about 15 years, and nobody was doing anything like that. That's just fascinating.
No, and they're really enjoying it. I do a lot of projection mapping, I don't do the virtual reality painting with them, but a lot of digital media.
Do you do any of this to go out to the world, or you just do it at the hospital?
No, I started it as a fine artist.
Oh, good.
And I'm bringing it in
Okay.
to the hospital.
Excellent. Thank you so much and welcome.
Alright, so I'm Gabriella. I'm a photographer and cinematographer, mainly based in New York, but I travel.
Okay.
So I started, getting into the full photography scene after, learning how to paint, and I was doing it for reference, and I just fell completely in love with it. And I decided to go to school at the Fashion Institute of Technology and sort of delve a little bit further into the craft. But just over the last couple of years, I started learning new media and video and all this stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. I have to be in motion. I have to be dealing with this. So over the last year, coming up to my senior project, I worked on directing, producing, and filming my own short film
Okay.
about healing in the forest, and sort of having all these dancers portray different elements of obstacles that humans go through in life. And so I've been sort of wanting to, now that I'm past that, sort of explore that field a little bit more as humanity versus nature and how the interactions can
Would you send a link with your work to our meetup group page? I think there's a place where people can post to it. Then all of us can see and appreciate what you've done.
Sure.
We'd be very glad to do that.
Yeah, I would be happy to do so.
Excellent. Thank you.
One quick question. What is your opinion is how important do you feel collaboration is as far as video, as far as what you're doing?
It is the most important thing I've ever learned with video. Like with the last project that I did, I had to collaborate with like 20 different people because one person cannot be doing everything. That's it. Otherwise you go insane. You have to have all the different elements, and it's so important to have different opinions reflecting together into this core value.
That's what happened to George Lucas in Star Wars.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, he did. I think
That's
that's what it was.
that's a generous assessment.
It's okay.
Matt, can we actually move over to Tanya for a minute? Okay. Have her introduce herself. Because no one knows her yet.
Could you introduce yourself to us?
Tanya, I have you on video. So I have you on video. So besides being our photographer, Tanya is our photographer. But Tanya, could you tell them about yourself as far as what you've done, everything, just a little bit? She's done a lot.
I'm going to eat. I'm hungry.
Oh, okay.
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 We'll get back
So
to you.
we're gonna come back to Tanya. Okay.
Okay.
Mike
You're here for the meeting.
Hi.
or Tatiana? I'm sorry,
Tanya, you're here for the
Tatiana.
Tatiana.
Yeah.
So,
You ready?
yes, please
Yeah.
introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
I'm Michael Stone. I'm a novelist. I've written and published 2 books, Alouette and Stronger Together. It's about 2 women, Nikki Blue and Jordan Latois. And the book is a trilogy and it's a series. It's women's contemporary novels, romance thrillers. They adventures, they travel, they get in situations, they get out of situations. The books are based on real trials and tribulations of real women who are in terrible situations, between a rock and a hard place, but they're mildly, and they get these women out of that. They rescue women and do things for themselves.
Right.
And they're not involved with the government. There's no armies behind them. There's no navies and millions of dollars of high tech behind them. They just use their own wilds and what they do to survive and help other people.
Great. Are these on Amazon?
Yes.
Would you go, as I suggested earlier, would you go to our meetup page
Okay.
and post a link to your Amazon work?
Okay.
So that everybody can see and read about the description.
Oh, it's all filled in. It's all in. Sure.
Yeah, and if you also have a link to your webpage, put that
Yes,
on
I do.
too.
I have a-
So that way, all of us, not just those of us here today, but we got 506 people who are members. Any one of them can see it.
It's also on Barnes and Noble,
Okay.
and the webpage is very developed. There's also a store to purchase merchandise, such as there's an icon for the series, and you can purchase clothing, computer stuff, mugs, all that kind of stuff. There's a store there for that. There's a blog that's, I wouldn't say it's really active. It could be more active, but we're getting out there every 30 days.
Well, give us the link so that we
Okay.
can follow that because, many of us, we're here because we want to collaborate with other artists who just learn about what they're doing.
Right.
And I'd like to know more about your books.
Right.
Because I'm a writer myself. And so that'd help me out. With any of us. You might be looking at one of his stories and thinking, I could make a video out of that. Why don't we collaborate? That kind of thing. So just that's what we're all about here. So
Right.
if you do that.
I've also done some technical writing and been successful at that, so that's what we're doing right today. So
Okay. Excellent. Well,
excited to be here.
do you go by Mike or Michael?
Just not late for dinner, doesn't matter. A lot of people call me Stone.
My son is Michael, and he will not answer to Mike. He insists on Michael. So
My wife's always called me Michael. Then I know when they call me Mike, I'm in trouble.
just want to be,
Yeah.
respectful of what you prefer.
Yeah, okay.
Great. Thank you. And now,
Bill,
Bill.
fearless leader Bill.
What are we doing?
Introductions.
My name's Bill Guthrie. I came for dinner. I've been writing for a living for virtually half a century. And working on projects now. And if I live long enough, they'll eventually get published.
Bill, as an editor and a journalist, what would you say really, what's going to make a writer successful?
Wanting to write and continuing to work at it. And it's a tedious labor at times. You get past the fun part
Okay.
after you get that first draft.
Okay.
And then you have to work it. And it usually takes some help. I'm a believer that there needs to be more than one set of eyes for the creation of a good book.
Stephen, are you ready? Sure. Okay. Do you mind taking over?
Sure, I got you. Here we go. All right, there we go. So we have some.
Hi, my name is Steve Willis.
Yep.
I'm a psychologist and author of a couple of books on collaboration. Got my third one being edited now. Just finished an interesting article for a book chapter, and I'm actually probably going to speak on that towards the end of this month, for this group. So I'll post that up on my website and people can look at it. And it's the application of the power through collaboration formula to the advent of artificial intelligence. And is artificial intelligence going to be predatory or collaborative? And my model is intended to answer that question. So I go through that in the
Should
book
we
chapter.
start digging bunkers, or is AI our friend?
Well, it's too late for bunkers.
Okay.
The technology behind artificial intelligence that goes with it has taken care of any exit route. They're gone. So we as a human species, we either face that and work with it and deal with it, but there's no more hiding. You know?
So true.
I've been fascinated with the growth of AI, and when AI reaches a certain point, I think it's going to see him as a competitor. And it's somewhat faster and more pervasive than people.
Well, potentially.
Yeah.
But I think in my article, my chapter, I address that issue as a possibility, but it doesn't have to go that way.
No.
And my premise is that we live in a predatory socioeconomic system, and if you use that predatory socioeconomic system to develop AI, the natural consequence of that will be it will eventually prey on humans, because it's going to mimic predatory human behavior.
Sure.
So if we don't change the way humans interact and have a collaborative socioeconomic system where humans can use AI to enhance human capability, then otherwise we're toast.
Well, given my belief in what humanity is capable of doing, I'm not confident that we'll be able to come up with a collaborative approach.
Wait, can I
Too many people are out for themselves.
conversation? Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off, man. I really like what you're talking about with AI and everything. I wanted to ask you a question. So you said that it will mimic the predatory human behavior. But wouldn't AI just be logical? Like a lot of predatory human behavior is considered to be irrational. So wouldn't the AI just do the more logical thing, which is supposed to be usually not predatory, where both parties are made better off? Wouldn't it just evolve into being better?
Well, my powerful collaboration formula has 5 types, cooperative types. The bottom of which is the predator, the top of which is the collaborator. And each of those types would make a different assumption than what you're making, which is that logically, it's logical to collaborate. But if you're a predator, it's not logical to collaborate. What's logical is the opposite. It's survival, get what you can while you can get it, dominate, So it's what hand you play as a species to prevail depends on what genetic capabilities you start with.
So you're saying logic is based on perspective. So if I'm a predator and he's a collaborator and we have the same AI, I'd be thinking about using my AI to take over everybody.
Yeah.
And he'd be thinking about using AI to get everybody working together in one place.
Right, and I give
Wouldn't the predators be outnumbered then? Because the collaborators would collaborate and the predators would eventually find themselves alone.
Well, think of the gazelles of Africa. They collaborate, but the lion still eats.
Do they collaborate?
Oh yeah, they go in, they move in herds.
So the lions collaborate too, right?
Well, not so
They
much.
have packs, right?
Well, they have prides, but basically
Biology,
it's the female, it's the lioness that goes out and kills and brings the food back for the hind. They don't collaborate in the way you're talking about. But the gazelles, they move in a herd, and if there's a sick or a weak or a newborn, they try to put those in the middle of the herd because they're the most vulnerable, with the strongest on the outside. But the lion still eats.
It eats, but are there more gazelles or lions? Aren't lions in danger?
Okay, no.
Aren't lions? I think there's
Okay, in the environment, you have to have between 10 and 100 gazelles to support one lion. Because if they were equal numbers, then the lion would eat, and that would be it. So they have to, and if
But it
they're,
seems like they're dying out slowly.
well, that's because the herds are getting smaller, and they can only
Let me
feed on
address
them.
that. Every animal predator, every top level predator, from sharks, lions, tigers, bears, you name it, is faced with extinction because of humans. That's the number one reason. So humans have risen to the top of the food chain, and we've threatened every other major species. And every other top predator, the only way to survive it is on reservations. They're actually being taken care of or protected by the very predator that's endangered them.
Yeah, but technically we're making the world a better place,
Yeah.
right?
I'm sorry?
In a way, we're making the world a better place because all the predators are dying off because of us, right?
Right, but because, and the reason we have prevailed is because we cooperate. But there's a difference between cooperation and collaboration. And cooperation won't be sufficient for humans versus humans, or humans versus AI. Now, we're no longer threatened, we're no longer a food source for any of those top animal predators. We're only a food source for ourselves. One human set against another human set. Or if we bring in something like AI.
So would it be most logical then? Because it seems like we're talking about, you're saying cooperation, where you cooperate within a group, but you prey on other groups, right? So wouldn't it be logical then to just have the largest group possible, which would unite all humans, right? If I was the AI, that's what I would think. I'd want the toughest, baddest group, so I'd want to unite. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
Yeah, well, this is a very complicated issue because, and I push in my books the power of collaboration. It's called Power Through Collaboration. But this is,
Really?
yeah.
How much is it?
I'm sorry.
How much is it? Is there a Kindle version?
One is I think like $40, which is the major book, and then there's another book which is introductory, which is like I forget, $10, $12 or something.
Can you put a link on the meetup group?
Yeah, I might check that out.
Yeah, or just Google Power Through, not Power Through collaboration, and it all pops up.
Well, but if you put it on, then all the members who aren't here can also see.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. But the thing I want to say about that is that the reality I have to face writing these books and espousing the value of collaboration is how successful predation has been. And we as humans have the capability for both. We've succeeded because of our cooperative behavior. But we've survived in a lot of other circumstances because of our predatory behavior. So we've got both of those. And it's really a question of which way we're going to go at this point in time.
A lot of this seems to dovetail a lot with like Karl Marx and stuff, like historical materialism and all that.
I'm sorry?
A lot of this seems to like dovetail with like Karl Marx and stuff, like historical materialism. Because I mean, you know, a rough analog would be like it depends on like the progress, like the resources in an area and the progress of the civilization, depending on who could like give rise to which one, you know, more or less dominated lower societies and different resource arrangements, or I guess modes of production, and then giving rise to more predatory arrangements of like one chieftain and stuff, and then to the end where you have, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This issue has been addressed since, well, going on 80 years ago. Isaac Asimov, who's a brilliant writer and visionary, wrote about the threat that what at that time it was called robots, it was artificial intelligence, self-aware mechanical beings had towards society, to the where society was found by programming in the 3 laws of robotics in every one of them. And one is the first one was you cannot harm a person or by inaction allow a person to be harmed. And you know, I mean, because he recognized even then the ultimate threat that AI could play, and he came up with a solution that, you know, worked in the context of science fiction. I'm not sure it would work in the context of real life because there'd be somebody there who would say, no, I'm going to use these machines for my benefit. I'm going to let them put up with these.
Well, one of the conclusions of my chapter is that the people right now who have the money and the power to develop AI, to control how AI is going to be developed, are doing it for their own self-interest and their own predatory self-interest. So there are all these wonderful principles, like there's 23 Asilomar principles by top AI scientists to protect the human species. The reality, though, is that the people with influence developing AI are using it to replace humans, to control humans, and with the idea that they can control AI, and that AI can help them control other people. But if you follow that to natural conclusion,
So if you're a manufacturer and you can train AI to replace a person, it's actually replacing more than a person. You can run 24/7, 365, because they need to take a break. Whereas people have to take breaks. People have to work no more than 40 hours a week typically. So you're replacing a whole herd of people with every machine you do.
Like,
That in itself is
thanks.
victimizing the people who have all been employed. They're not being consumed or eaten, but they're being...
No, it's gonna get over it.
And then what do you make of nature a predatory species?
It's gonna get it anyway.
Somebody killed that chicken so I could eat it. You know, that it was raised to be killed because of the fact that every one of us who had meat are basically predators at arm's length.
yeah, I mean, the reality we have to face as people who want to favor collaboration is that we've all got an evolutionary heritage of predation and opportunity.
Come on, do you want to take over for a minute?
Competition.
Here, I'm gonna pass this on
It's
to
not only
Debbie.
struggle in society, but struggle within each one of us.
Well, going back to the hunter-gatherer times, small groups of people would band together and cooperate, but they would be predators against other groups of humans. If there's only so much food out there, they're going to want it all for themselves. So their children grow up healthy and strong, their wives survive. So it's programmed into us to both collaborate and predate.
Oh yeah.
Fascinating, I
That's
think.
not a good one. I like everything.
Psychologist. Like addresses the philosophical question of AI.
No, I just did this book chapter on AI.
Right, chapter, right?
My book has to do with trying to predict when to collaborate and when not to collaborate. And what's going to make for a strong versus a weak collaboration. And the alternative when you can't collaborate. Which is different forms of collaboration.
Ultimately, philosophically, isn't that AI will always win? Because AI could be programmed whenever it's attacked to change its password, to change its login over and over, and you can never get into the system.
If human capability stays at the same level, that's exactly. And AI
This fly needs to go.
continues to advance.
You ready?
That would be the logical conclusion.
Right.
So,
That's what I do.
well, the only solution to that is if AI becomes part of
Valiant try.
Almost got him.
so that humans don't stand still, but evolve.
So then, philosophically,
Ready? Sure. Okay, it's recording.
So I'm Bob. I actually go under R.M. Almeida, Robert Matsushita Almeida. But I'm the one that actually put together Fireworks. And it's gone through a lot of iterations. It actually started as 5 logs. And then it became Forum for Creative Innovation. And let's see, I'm trying to remember all the other iterations that we came up with. I think it's about 3 or 4 before we finally ended with 5 logs. But Bill's been in this with me through day one, from day one. We actually ended up losing an artist. She was a famous animator. She was on IMDb, and she unfortunately lost her shoot. But and she was one of the founders as well. But the whole purpose of Fireworks, the whole reason why we started was all about collaboration and how, as artists, we can tackle what's happening now. I mean, technology, if you think about it, technology has made things easier in some ways, but more difficult in others.
You can hear me in the office going something loud.
As artists, for example, as artists, it wouldn't be, you could have made more money before the advent of the web. As writers, it's the same way. Nowadays, you have people that are writing for nothing. So in some ways, technology has devastated a lot of industries, whether they realize it or not. Look at video. Look how much video has changed. And for the work that you've done, even with your short work, if you look back at the 1980s, you could have made money with those videos. You could have made we're talking about making a living. And I can't tell you the number of artists, the number of creative talent I know. That includes musicians as well. You have so many musicians nowadays that are putting their stuff on Reverb Nation for nothing. And yet, I seem to remember a day, and this was back in the 70s. Now I'm dating myself. But back in the 70s, when a musician, when a musician could actually make a buck or two, and that would be maybe showing up at, with their group or something at a concert, playing the concert, getting at least a portion of the receipts, and sometimes it feels like those days are gone. So the reason for Five Arts was to find a way, discover ways where our artists could actually develop sources of revenue. But that may be with collaboration. A lot of times it may end up being collaboration, coming up with or working with different technology, trying to catch the technology right on the cusp. Perfect example is my sister and I were talking about augmented reality. It's still in order to work, however, with augmented reality, you need to know code. You need to know how to program. That's where people like myself come in. I'm that technologist. I'm the one that actually I've learned to work with code, and I still learn to work with it every single day. I've noticed I have not stopped learning, and it just never seems to stop. And the code, I noticed, becomes more and more complex. But again, the whole thing about Five Arts is collaboration, learning to work together, learning to build together. And from what I understand from you and many of you, it can be difficult sometimes. And I think tell me if I'm wrong, is it a matter of pushing past ego? George? I'm going to focus on George.
Well, it's like the same situations in different contexts. Like, anytime multiple people, I've dealt with the most in the context of business education, where people do a joint venture and they agree on this thing and someone thinks what the main source of the issue is, there aren't clear guidelines in the beginning. So the cool thing about a group like this is you can establish a clear ethos. Like, before you even get to a contract or anything like that, if you come up with some rules about how artists are supposed to behave, what you stand for, everybody comes in with that understanding, and that mindset, and then you go further, you put that into the agreement. That just sort of sets rules for conduct, how to treat things. Then also you need to have a clear way to resolve disputes. Is there even a such thing as splitting ownership, or is there not? And how do you have resolve a dispute? Have a procedure for that. I mean, it's important because that kind of stuff makes people more invested. They feel empowered. There's a dispute, we can go, we can do this, follow these procedures, it's fair and square. Versus, if there's no rules, then people start making rules behind each other's backs, doing a lot of conniving stuff. And so the importance of rules and clarity at the beginning is very important. People like to think they've been dealt with. with therapy. So that's the problem with going down into the road without any rules for resolving it. Suddenly it becomes about, am I being dealt with fairly? How would I know? I don't know. What are they doing? I don't know if that makes sense.
It does. I mean, the only thing I've been able to come up with so far is to utilize technology in order to force people to follow those rules. It may seem unfair to some. However, if you look at the overall picture, if everyone's going to get a fair shake within the collaboration, then it's going to take everyone to agree to that at the beginning of the collaboration and to stick with it and to see it through. So, I mean, but that's what I'm seeing. And again, I mean, this has been my idea from the start. Is it possible to develop a technology? And we've done it plenty of times. We can do it with databases. It would be very easy to create something, and then everything is kept on that particular location.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you might. I mean, it could be kind of like was it SoundCloud or whatever for collaborations where you host them. And so you could just embed it into the technology where, like, if you host something here, these are the rules. You know, the authors have to put in their names, and this is, you know, you don't do any splitting of ownership. Everybody agrees that, you know, I mean, that might be the technology you're looking for. Like, just like copy one of these other platforms and then do it for collaboration, and then, you know, now you can do it the way you want to do it, not the way these other guys do it. Right.
Yeah, because, I mean, as far as 5 Arts goes, for me, I mean, my thought was, the whole purpose behind 5 Arts is to develop a community and to allow that community to continue to grow. However, what I've noticed is that the SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, all of them, someone is running things. There is someone in charge.
That's essential if it gets to it beyond a certain threshold.
Yeah,
as long as the people active consider the table artist, you don't need somebody in charge. When you get beyond that,
well, like, the main concern is with the members, if you're going to have, you know, because you have to have administration in the group. The main concern is always, will they think I've been dealt with fairly? So, you know, whatever administration setup you have, it just has to have clear rules, policies. That's why I think, you know, an important thing for you to consider is, you know, really think about your ethos with this group, you know. Where's your Bushido? You know what I mean? Like, have your code. You know, go from there. Because, I mean, that's serious. People invest in that kind of mission. Oh, yeah.
And that is the whole purpose. That's been the whole purpose of it. Again, like I said, we have, at the present time, we've got about 287 members right now in the 5 Arts Affiliation. We have another 311 or 308 in the Writers' Workshop. We do have some overlap. Some people are members of both, but we also have people that are only members of either one or the other meetup group. But what I'd eventually like to do is create something where everyone can come together, or everyone. It's very difficult to find people to network with. As an author, for example, if I want to create an ebook, and if I want to have video in the ebook, if I want to have video to support in that ebook, well, I don't have those skills. I could maybe develop those skills, but those skills are not going to be anywhere close to an expert, a person who has developed that expertise with video. And be able to collaborate with them, and then to the point where when we sell the book, that person is going to get a percentage as well as me. Whether or not it was my idea or not, in today's world, if it's not print, if it's audio, video, ebook, when we start getting into these different technologies and the way the files are set up, everything else, you're looking at some modicum of collaboration that's necessary. And so no one wants to do pro bono work. I mean, many artists I know they're not for pro bono work. They will if it's for, like you were saying, if it's for a cause. But again,
Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I don't mean to be bossy.
No, please.
Okay. So this group, you know, you have artists, tech people. You need, probably some legal people. You also need, experts. I mean, this group's got to be. That's why I say maybe, you should probably really think about the mission first and foremost, because you want to draw all the types. I mean, I know you don't want to just draw all the students, everybody. Yeah, because a lot of these agreements are very individualized. You have to have some. That'd be cool. I'd love to develop some sort of model that would work. Because no one likes to work pro bono, but if things cost money, everybody has it. They should get the services. So, I'd like to, I guess next meeting I'll come up with some ideas, over 2 weeks.
It'll actually be, this one meets every second Friday of the month. It's this location.
I'll run some ideas by next time.
And what I can also show you is, I can show you the business plan that we started with, as well as the marketing plan where we originally started.
You want to you should probably make this into a business or something. Maybe a nonprofit, maybe LLC or something. There's a lot of stuff that
The possibilities, as you can see, are endless as far as what we could do. I mean, for me, what I think of what it could do for musicians, I'm so tired of musicians ripping themselves off, for example, by giving away their stuff for free. I'm sorry, but and the same with videographers, everything else. Everyone, in my opinion, everyone deserves to make a living doing what they love doing. That includes artists, photographers, everything. And I'm not trying to rail against technology. I'm not going to do it. That would be counterproductive. But I think it's a matter of working maybe toward one-shot projects, small projects maybe that could eventually be built up into larger projects, but where everyone's making something along the way, where you can get musicians involved with artists and the video experts.
Yeah, I mean, first thing maybe would be to figure out this group itself.
Yes.
A board or something like that, how it functions, because that's going to be important. I don't know.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Like I said, we tried it at first. At first we tried it, and we actually had someone with he had a corporate background. He had owned over 5 businesses in his lifetime, and they were all multi-million-dollar businesses. However, in the first meeting, he wanted to do the notes, have a secretary, everything else, and we weren't ready yet. The group was not ready yet to
corporate form is not something to start with.
Yes.
Do something that's a little bit more formal than you get reading.
Exactly. My idea is actually what you were talking about, more along the lines of either a nonprofit or maybe even
partnership.
I was even thinking of, I can't believe I'm spacing out on this, but the type of businesses, and there are a few businesses like this. Five Arts would actually fit into that area.
Limited partnerships?
Not a limited partnership.
LLCs, corporations, limited partnerships.
It's the new type of service business. It's
it's the limited partnership. I think what you're talking about.
no. If I can show you, when we do the research, I'll bring it to you. I'll show you.
Do you know the abbreviation for it?
Yes, and that's the issue right now. Is I'm drawing a blank as we're talking. There is a business that actually became one, and they do crowdfunding.
Kickstarter?
Kickstarter. They changed the way they do business.
Are they one of these types?
Yes. But the idea would be where members could actually, because my thought was members purchasing shares so that they're a part of it. And then maybe allowing a group that they would elect, an elected group to run it. Just,
It's a public benefit corporation.
yes, yeah, public benefits corporation.
Yeah, they're
They're
a
tough.
corporation.
I understand they're very difficult to work with and defend, but I mean, as far as 5 arts, I mean, that's where I see it.
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually. I guess we'd have to start as an LLC first.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I mean, really, because you want to start with lower requirements. So, corporations have to keep books, minutes, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
You have to have records and stuff. I mean, start real small, then you get to the basic informality.
Exactly.
Grow the thing with the member. That's my opinion.
I need to get going.
Yes.
You have our son.
Thank you very much.
I have my son.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about all the time.
That's it. Do not worry at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's great to meet you. Thank you very much.
I didn't officially meet you, but thank you so much. Nice to meet you next time.
Okay.
Maybe I can get
My,
in or something like that.
If you want to stop into my sister's art gallery and take a look,
That would be cool.
it's called Westwood Gallery.
Westwood. No, wait.
Do you?
Yeah, wait. Is it in, where is it? In Manhattan or?
Yeah, it's in Manhattan. Yeah, in the Bowery.
In the Bowery. I think I've been in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I went, a friend and I went through there.
Oh, cool.
Like last month or so.
Oh, neat. Yeah, my sister and her partner run that.
So you can mention his name that you work. That's cool. That's awesome. Very good. Cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So I'm looking forward to meeting
So,
you guys.
yeah, are we going to see you next meetup or?
Yeah, I'm hoping to.
Okay.
Yeah, good. It's
And
Friday.
we promise not to keep you here so long.
Today,
Yeah.
at the hospital,
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
but it's 4 days.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Take care. So, Gerard, this is working. I was hoping we can get you could just do a quick introduction of yourself before we split up and.
My name is Gerard Gundero, and I'm
Okay, Tatiana.
And one of my passions has been to help artists and everything get their projects started with proper legal guidance at an affordable rate. Big problem in the legal communities or in just generally communities is that artists and generally middle-income people can't afford legal services, and they actually really do need them. So I'm just here to help people, be creative and just kind of watching the sidelines. They do cool stuff too. First, like front row ticket.
Thank you very much for coming out. By the way,
Yeah.
been an outstanding addition to the meetup to the meeting.
Thank you.
Yeah, I actually know. I mean, I can bring you here too. Yeah, it's cool that you guys are setting this up, but truly, think about
Okay.
I mean, what you're passionate about, how you think artists should be. They could be that through this. I'm excited. I want to see what's going on.
Yeah. Well, like I said, for me, it would just be. Oh,
Just
excellent.
use the stuff on the back.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, for me, it would actually be success. I want them to be successful,
Yeah.
and that is my
I want to facilitate everyone's
ultimate goal.
success. Right?
Exactly.
I want to create a network that helps each other.
Yes.
Grow.
Yes. Exactly.
Cool.
And like I said, right now, unfortunately, 5 Arts is like that empty mall waiting for everybody to move in.
Hey, you just gotta polish them all up.
Yep.
Get those stores looking nice, and it'll be good. And, if you do it, they will come.
They will.
Good line.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna take off
All right.
too.
Thank you very much.
Ned's cool stuff about the screenwriting. I'm gonna
Gerard, thank you.
brain. I love that shirt.
And Ned, we're not going to forget about you.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead, talk about yourself. And
I'm Ned Barnett. I'm an author. I have published 38 books. 15 of them were ghostwritten. 3 were traditionally published science fiction. 10 were Kindle published history, historical novels. And 10 of them were traditionally published business books. My 39th book is coming out in about a month, I hope, knock on simulated wood. And it's called Right Now, and it's aimed at why people should write books, how they should write books, everything from doing it on themselves to getting a writing coach, an accountability coach, or actually getting a ghostwriter, then how they can market and promote the book to achieve success, not just with royalty payments, which are important, but also to get new clients if that's their business line, to become well-paid public speakers, to be expert witnesses in legal cases, and to be subject matter experts in the news media. So that's what that book is about, and it comes out, I hope, on September 20th. I'm going to launch it at the Act Like an Author, Work Like a Business conference, which is by Path of Publishing. Go to their website, pathofpublishing.com, click on conferences, and you get all the information. And it's a 3-day workshop on publishing. I'll be the one person there talking about writing and promoting books. Everybody else is going to be talking about the publishing process. Now, we have given to the 5 Arts group 1 free pass. 1 member can go for free. That's $991. Every other member, just by putting 5 Arts in the code, can get 1/3 off, which is 3 days for the price of 2. So this is free and with no restrictions. But we want to support all the local writers groups. And I say we because after they asked me to be a keynoter, we struck a deal where I've actually helped promote it. But that in one at a time. So I make my living by working with writers, helping them with their books, whether it's coaching them on writing a book or even ghostwriting. I recently ghostwrote a screenplay, an animated screenplay about the birth of the Aztec nation. It's kind of a fantasy, but it's based on the mythology. It's really quite fascinating. But most of my ghostwriting's been books. I also write coach. I edit. I'm currently editing a novel for a woman here in town, and just completed coaching another woman who wrote a book which is now doing fantastically well. If you look at my hat, you'll see Living the Dream. That's the name of the book title that she wrote. And at her opening event, she had 300 people show up, sold 170 books, and made around $4,000, which is not bad for one day's promotion work. But I'm really glad to be part of 5 Arts. I've been to 2 of the dinner meetings and 3 or 4 of the meetings at the bookstore on West Charleston, the Barnes & Noble on West Charleston at Fort Apache. And it's a great group of people who are there to help each other, learn from each other, and just all get where they're going. So I think it's a great group, and I encourage anybody who sees this, and they're not a member, to join. It's free and worth every penny you'll ever pay for. Thank you.
thank you, Ned. Bill, hope you don't mind me training us on you. Are you ready to close the meeting?
No, you close.
Me? Okay, all right. Okay, I have no idea if this is pointing at me or not, but we're officially closing. It's just the 3 of us that are left here. So thank you very much, everybody. Okay.